Okay, so in this video, we're going to walk you through programs. So programs can be things like phases, maybe individual tracks that you have inside of the organization where all clients may enter into phase one, but after they've established or met a certain set of criteria, they can advance to the next phase, which can earn them privileges, things like extended curfews or overnight passes, etc. My program is set up that way inside of the Rat Park. As you can see here, Mickey Mouse is in phase one, Peter's in phase two, Jessica Rabbit's in phase three. Programs can also be things like intensive support services or peer support services or individual programs that you run inside of the organization that you're with. Either way, a program has to be configured inside of the system and clients do have to be enrolled in a program. So, inside of mine, it was useful for me to create my phases and my tracks and start collecting some of that data. We're going to walk you through how we set those up so that you can intake your clients. So if you log into the ARM system and you select the menu option from the top left-hand corner of the screen, we're going to come down to settings and we'll select programs. Here you can see the list of any currently active or inactive programs that you have listed. And you can notice that I have phases 1 through 6 inside of my Rat Park demo portal listed, so I can show you what those look like once they are completed. If your screen is blank because it is brand new, you're going to come down to the bottom right hand corner of the screen and you're going to select New Program. In New Program, you'll see here these are the fields that we can complete. And again, I'm going to go back to show you what it looks like once it is filled in as an example. But we would assign a program name. So here is where I would enter in a phase one. Nothing creative, but I do give it a name. I don't use program groups as part of my program, but that is something that we will go through in the knowledge-based articles that are located in the Customer Success Center at a later date. And reference would be an internal program reference that you might have to be able to better organize this when it comes to reporting. You would select the assessment that's used as part of this phase. Right now we only have the RETCAP assessment built into the system, so I'm selecting regular assessment. Now, is this phase a phase where employment is not required? If employment is not required, we're going to check the box. If employment is required, we are not going to select the box. I want to add this program as an active program, so I am going to check the make this an active program, and I would enter in my description and then hit add. So let's just go back and take a look at a phase that is in fact configured. You can see here, this is the information that I've set up for phase one. So phase one, my employment is not required for phase one, and this is an active program, but all of my clients, when they come into my program, are assigned to phase one. It's a minimum of 21 days, and while the majority of clients remain in phase one for 45 days or until the first follow-up RETCAP evaluation is submitted, clients who both achieved employment and have demonstrated a high level of engagement with their initial recovery plan can advance to phase two before that evaluation is completed. So I entered in this description and I hit save, and it brought me back to this main screen. We're going to go back, where I was able to configure, and I went down here to add in phase two. Phase two, I selected a program name. I entered a program name. I selected the regular assessment again, but you'll notice the difference here is that, well, employment was required in order for them to advance to phase two. So I am not selecting this box because it is a requirement. This is, however, an active program, so I did select this one, and I entered in my description for phase two. Then I hit save. If I go into clients, now that my programs have been established, when I go to intake the client, which we'll go to in a later video, I can begin to track when they migrated from one phase to the next or advanced from one phase to the next. So if I go to client profile and I scroll down, I can see when Jessica Rabbit has moved from phase one into phase two, into phase three, into phase four, etc. So it begins to track the very beginning and then into the next phase. And we have our program history. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.